In church history itself, there have been many great men, all right? There was Augustine. And Augustine, of course, in his memoirs and in his confessions, actually, wrote about how he became a Christian, and then as he grew closer with God, he started to talk about the sins of his life. And the closer that he got to God, the more he confessed his own sins. The same was true about Luther and Calvin and Wesley, and as you go up through Finney, and you get to our day of Billy Graham and so on, all of the men that have served God in a great way, the closer they get to God, the more they confess their own sins, right? Now think about this. If that's true, what about Jesus? The skeptics say he was not God. He was just a great man, and he got closer to God than anybody else. Well, if he got closer to God than anybody else, and the standard practice down through church history has been that the closer these men have gotten to God, the more they see their own sin, then where is it that Jesus confesses his own sin? Why don't we see it? He breaks the mold. What did his friends say about Jesus? Obviously, if you want to find out about a man, you better ask his friends, ask his family. The disciples lived with him, ate with him, slept with him for 3 solid years at least. They knew everything about the guy. What did they say about him? Did they see any slip-ups? Peter described Jesus as a lamb without spot or blemish. He states, Jesus committed no sin. In fact, no guile, no deceit was even found on his lips. 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 22. The Apostle John said, in Christ there is no sin. And he said that in the same book where he said, all men are sinners, and if we say we have no sin, we are liars ourselves and make God a liar too. The Apostle Paul said, Jesus knew no sin. Rather, he was holy. He was blameless. He was unstained. He was separate from sinners. 2 Corinthians 5:21 and Hebrews 7:26. He said Jesus was in every respect what? Tempted as we are, yet without sin. That's what the record shows. His character was absolutely unique. So what do you do with this man? Who was he?